Leo, in the remainder of this month of August, you're going to be extremely victorious. I feel like people are going to be getting to know you a bit better, but it's more about you getting to know yourself. And I feel like you're going to be feeling things out so accurately that it's going to help you avoid, accomplish, and succeed more. But it's going to help you connect with this and that of importance. And I feel like you're going to be viewed at in a very intelligent light, a very King of Swords, okay, kind of a Queen of Swords as well, kind of an energy. But you're wanting to fast forward, right? But you're doing a better job all the meanwhile of being more present. It just doesn't always feel that doable or that easy, but we need to give credit where credit's due. And I feel in the remainder of August, regardless of when you're tuning in, a lot of positive confirmations are going to come through, a lot of important updates and confirmations, information of importance if I didn't say it already. But you're going to as well see things repeating. I'm sorry, I got lost in that message. Things are repeating for you as we haven't even pulled a card yet. It feels like you maybe are even seeing little things popping up from the past in a similar sense, or maybe even in an exact similar sense. But I feel like you're saying that you don't want the past to repeat, right? The Three of Water is saying that there are so many reasons to be happy, to be positive, optimistic, to even celebrate. But I feel like this is also talking about you, okay, feeling connected to the number 3. I'm eventually, personally, as a very spiritual Leo, going to get the number 3 tattooed, I'm thinking, on my chest here. Anyways. But I want you to remember that you're one powerful individual, and the remainder of August is going to make you a little bit nervous at certain rare points. But I feel this is only temporary to the point where it gives you a key reminder of importance. And so I do feel as if, being drawn to this reading, you not only are a very spiritual soul, Leo, right? And that's going to come into play in so many beneficial ways at this time. But I feel you walk a very, very purposeful path. And obviously, being that spiritual, it plays into it quite nicely. But I want you to, and it doesn't always make things easier, but I feel the purpose along your path is going to, now more than ever, start to make things easier for you, okay? It's a sense of you getting ready for a lot more, but needing to do your best to make the best out of what's at hand, all right? But not really needing to force it with that all the meanwhile. Anyways, the Two of Earth coming out as well, because you will be in this sort of, I don't have everything I need kind of a mindset and way of approaching things. But then they're also reminding you that sometimes when you focus upon what you don't have, what you need, what you want so much, it takes away from the process of things, the enjoyment of things. It takes you away from the creativity even, or maybe the real reasoning as to why you're doing something, or creating something, you know what I mean? Anyways, but you're also going through, interesting, I read that kind of like the Two of Wands, but then you may find yourself going through this sort of contemplating, these contemplating kind of moments as well. You could feel the confusion kind of coming about. And so Spirit's saying, weigh it out, feel it out. You know, you're a smart, very intuitive, energy driven kind of soul as well. You can choose differently if you don't like what's at hand. But I feel some of you are intuitively remembering, or maybe noticing for the first time, that something isn't as bad as it could be. Flashbacks to the past may, create comparisons of importance. So you can, remember things could be a hell of a lot worse. But you also, again, are within this very purposeful, at this very purposeful point along your path where you're where you need to be. Okay, you're where you're meant to be. And so when you feel like you should, or you want to be elsewhere, again, I think I'd already mentioned, you kind of want to fast forward, just reground yourself. Okay, literally, I want to say, take a physical seat. Okay, maybe go plant yourself on some grass, or go for a walk in nature. I just feel like you need to get out of your head and maybe separate yourself from your physical reality for a bit, maybe from your spirituality and all that's been going on, and just come back to, okay, reality. Interesting, that was kind of contradicting. You get the point, all right? You are exactly where you should be. What else do we have for Leo? There's something concrete about you. People are feeling more concrete about you, about your presence, about your work maybe. It's this energy that you're giving off where maybe that you're not messing around, but you're still trying to enjoy yourself a bit more. But people are viewing you in this very rock-like, concrete kind of energy. I feel your confidence is playing into that. But the energy is going to make you in the remainder of the month at certain points a little bit stiff. It seems to be repeating within a specific same situation for you. And so then Spirit's saying, what can we do to adjust at certain points to better our energy, to loosen things up, to not feel, even I want to say stiff in your voice, in the way you're speaking, the way you're coming across. But I want you to notice your mannerisms at certain points, because there's something about you expressing yourself differently. And there's something about you being, okay, the chariot of your own life. You're going to be somebody who is just on it, right? You're feeling motivated. It's like, damn, after that Mercury retrograde and all of the planetary shifts that we went through, you know, all that heaviness, I just want to be motivated. I just want to get it done. I want to get ahead of the game. But Spirit's saying, take a deep breath, because that motivation can just as easily create difficulty or just stress you out in the midst of which. But I also want to say that you are being protected from forces that you can't see. Okay, you're being protected from maybe even a force or two, or let's just say a negative energy or two in your physical reality that you are aware of. But regardless, it feels like maybe you're just thinking about how, yeah, I've become a very, very spiritual soul over time. And so that definitely leaves you wondering, you know, who's with you all the time or some of the time, right? You know, who could potentially, don't get into the negatives, right? Because Spirit's saying you are extremely, extremely powerful at this time when it comes to your ability to manifest. You feel it, it's going to come to be, okay? You say it, it's going to come to be. And I even feel like you're more so rapidly achieving these manifestations in your external reality. So just tread carefully, okay? But it's mainly, you know, pushing you to remember how important it is more than ever to be positive, okay? To be optimistic. But there's something about you looking good, feeling good, taking better care of yourself. It's like you're sprucing up your looks. And I'm being drawn to the word hot, all right? Spirit may be complimenting you quite often at this time, calling you, all right, sexy, hot, empowered. Is okay, they want you to take that as a compliment. Special, okay, gifted. These words seem to be wanting to come through. And there's also something about where you're living. You may learn more as to why this has been the right spot for you. I also feel like you are gaining a wish fulfillment. And Spirit's saying, why is it that you feel you deserve what you want more than ever? Because Spirit's giving you that feeling at certain points. But then also it's because you've been through a lot. It's because you more than ever are, okay, maybe becoming or actually already are in tune with what you deserve out of life. And it's this, again, self-confidence, but this this value and this worth that you're completely aware of. And so therefore you're setting the tone in literally every situation, including when it comes to spirits. Anyways, but it's just this presence about you where, okay, people believe you, but it's your, okay, your confidence is just standing out in the crowd. It's like you're strutting your Leo stuff. Even if you're feeling a little bit shaky or a little bit nervous in the moment or negatively affected. But as we just kind of run through all the messages, I got a bit lost. Oh yeah, so you're gaining a wish fulfillment of some sort. Because this is the Nine of Cups, excuse me. Something that was making you nervous will be no longer. Interesting. It's like a spirit wanted to kind of fight against that message. But at the end of the day, Leo, you will hear what you're meant to hear, period. Nobody's going to get in the way of that, okay? But I also want to say that you are being prepped for many other wish fulfillments ahead. There's a sense of you saying, well, since I know what I deserve, since I am quite aware as to what I need more out of life in comparison to the old version of myself, it's like you're then thinking, okay, now I can do this differently. Now I need to do this differently. It's almost a sense of you stepping up to the plate and honoring yourself and what you want more out of life moving forward by ditching this, doing this more, changing this, adjusting that, okay? And Spirit saying that goes back into you being the chariot of your own path, your own life. But then I'm feeling like Spirit saying not everything's black and white, all right? I said that really weird. Not everything is black and white. You're going to want to connect the dots. You're going to want to line things up, create more alignment within your world. But then they're saying that alignment that you're desiring wholeheartedly more than ever at this time will be created effortlessly, all right? It will be created by you doing what's necessary otherwise, or maybe even what you want otherwise. Because they're saying that you are attracting in like a magnet at this time, so you don't need to force it, okay? Again, it reminds you to tread carefully with, you know, what you believe, say, expect, even write, okay? But, or type. And so, oh, interesting. Things that you search online, things that you tend to watch on social media, shows and movies you tune into, regardless of how selectively you do so or how often you do so, they're affecting your dream state very, very vividly, very energetically. You're even going to find that certain things pop up due to spirits in your physical reality at certain points because of what you've been creating energetically. Even spirits maybe have witnessed you enjoying or interested in something. As the plane goes by, I'm sure you can hear it. There's a lot about travel for some of you. There's a lot about you wanting to be on the move, out and about, experiencing more, visiting new places, gaining new culture, finding new random items to purchase in random places. I even want to say that some of you want to revisit a place or two that was, even if it was a bit difficult in certain ways, it was something that you were fond of. It was a place you were fond of. Anyways, there's a lot about you wanting to travel, or maybe more so that you're meant to. But let's pull a couple tea leaves before we wrap this up. 1215. 1215. The Bull card talking about plenty of material things. You may find that Spirit pushes you to look around at certain points and notice all that you have material-wise, excuse me. But then you're also going to be experiencing, once again, like we were saying, a ton of spiritual love. Spirit is saying that things are changing for you, okay? You are exactly where you need to be, and you will accomplish and change exactly what you're meant to. You walk a very purposeful path. You walk a very purposeful path. Thank you, Leo.